So hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to create a spectral signature graph in ArcGIS Pro. So now let's get started. So in the content section here you can able to see this is our sentinel 2A imagery. So I have clipped based on my region of interest. So you can able to see this image here. So we're going to create a spectral signature graph using the sentinel 2A imagery. So we're going to basically use the spectral signatures to identify the different objects in our satellite imagery using the spectral signatures. So now to create a spectral profile, first I'm going to navigate to my image. So I'm going to select my image and I'm going to right click, and in that I'm going to navigate to this option called create chart. So we're going to navigate to this option, and once you navigate to this option, we have this option called spectral profile. So I'm going to click this option called spectral profile. So once you click that, it's going to open this spectral profile. So once you click the option called spectral profile, it's going to open this particular window here, like in the attribute table. So in the right side, we have this window opened automatically once you click this option called spectral profile. So here you can able to see we have our chart properties referring to our sentinel imagery. And this is a tool spectral profile, and we have set up different options here, starting with the data, axis, and the format, and the general. So in this I'm going to select the data. So I'm interested in to view the spectral graph of the vegetation and the buildup of this study region here. So for example, first you're going to navigate to the vegetation area here. So this is the vegetation area you can able to see here. And what I'm going to do is we have this set of options here, define an area of interest. So you can you just click this option called point and place a point over this particular feature, for example vegetation, or you can draw a different option called line. You can draw a line to take the spectral graph, or you can draw a circle to extract the spectral signature graph, or you can draw a rectangle. Likewise, we have the different options here. So you can go through the different options here. So now we're going to select this particular option called point. So I've selected the point. So we're going to place the point over this particular vegetation here. So we're going to place the point here. And once you place a point over this particular vegetation area here, it automatically plots the spectral profile graph here. So for example, in this axis we have the bands here. The sentinel 2A imagery has around 12 bands, starting from B1 to B12, and this is the value. So here once you plotted the point over the vegetation area, in the right side you can able to see we have this symbol and labels. So in the label section I'm gonna enter as vegetation here. So here you can able to observe I have entered as vegetation. Similarly, the color I'm gonna mention it's gonna be a green color. So here you can able to see we have this different bands here. So let me explain about this. So here you can able to observe here the sentinel 2A carries a multispectral imager. So the sensor delivers around 13 spectral bands ranging from 10 to 60 meter pixel size here. So these are the following set of bands that is available in sentinel 2A imagery, starting with the B1. So the wavelength is around 443 nanometers. So it is ultra blue, and the B2 is 10 meter resolution. So it is wavelength has a 490 nanometer blue band, and similarly the green band has a wavelength of 560 nanometers, that is green band, and the red has a wavelength of 665 nanometer, is the red band. Likewise, we have the visible and near infrared. This is the band wavelength, and similarly we set up the 5 different visible and near infrared here. So you can able to see the wavelength of each visible and near infrared band. And last B9 to B12 we have the short wave infrared. So these are the following set of wavelengths, starting from 940 to 2190 nanometers. So let me get back to ArcGIS Pro. So the wavelength starts from 443 nanometers to up to 2190 nanometers. So this is the spectral the wavelength that is available in the sentinel 2A imagery. So let me show you another example here. So here you can able to observe here, this is the sentinel 2A MSI. So these are the following spectrums where the sentinel to A imageries is available. Starting with this particular, it is available in this wavelength, and you can able to see it is available band 2, 3, 4 are available in this wavelengths, and band 5, 6, 7 and 8A and 9 available in this wavelength of 900 nanometers, and also in the wavelength of 10, that is the 10th band has a wavelength of around 1400 nanometers, and the 11 and 12 has it is available in this wavelength ranging from 190 to 1900 to 2400 nanometers. And similarly, the band 11 has a wavelength of it is available in this wavelength from 1400 to 1900 nanometers. So that is this particular spectrum, the wavelength, the band 11 is available. You can able to see this the number. So this is for the sentinel to A imagery. Likewise, we have the Landsat 8 and L7 imageries. So now let me get back to ArcGIS Pro. So from this spectral curve, it is you can able to see, and the band 3 it has a peak here. So band 3, which typically indicates the green band, so it has a peak in the B3 band here. Similarly, it has a very high peaks in this set of bands here, starting from the B6, B7, B8 and B8A. So this particular set of bands which indicates the near infrared band here, so which is very useful to identify the vegetation area, so how healthy the vegetation is. So from this peak here, it indicates clearly it is a vegetation here. So generally the NIR has a very high reflectance, the reflectance value in vegetation areas, so which clearly indicated in this wavelength here. It has a very high peak, very high values. Similarly, let us focus upon the build-up areas here. For example, I'm going to navigate to this particular area. So I'm going to place a point here. So let me place a point. And this is the build-up area. So you can also check with the base map here. So I'm going to turn on the base map. And I'm going to zoom into this area. And I'm going to turn this image off. So you can able to see this is a build-up area. So a building. So clearly from this spectral profile, it has a very high reflectance value in almost all the bands here. For similarly, I'm going to select another build-up areas. So this particular build-up is fully white in color. So for example, I'm going to select a different build-up areas. So let me select this particular one here. So I'm going to place a point over this particular build-up area. So this particular build-up area has this sort of spectral reflectance value. So we're going to navigate the label sections here. So we're going to mention as a build-up. So here I have mentioned the first build-up as build-up 1 and the second as a build-up 2 here. So we're going to give it this sort of color here. I'm going to select red color to it. And similarly for build-up 2, I'm going to select orange color. So you can able to see the difference between the spectral reflectance value of both the buildings here. So one building with the white color here, so you can able to see the color which the color of the building which plays a vital role here. For example, this particular build-up one here, which has a very high reflectance value in almost all the bands here. And similarly for this particular build-up area, so it has a reflectance, it is high in this set of regions, and also in this set of region here, so which is in B8A as well as B11. So the B11, which typically indicates the short wave infrared, and it has the reflectance typically drops at B12 here, which is also a short wave infrared band. So it has a wavelength of 2190 nanometers, and for B11 it has a wavelength of 1610 nanometers. So similarly, I'm going to use a different feature now here. So let me select a water body from my study region here. So for example, this is a river here. You can able to visualize it. So we're gonna put a point over this, and let us create the spectral signature graph for this particular feature, water. So we're gonna place a point over this. So let me turn off my base map here, and I'm gonna turn on this sentinel imagery. And let me drag this image, and now let me place a point over this particular water body, over this river. So we're going to place a point here. So now we have our third spectral profile here. So we're going to mention as a water body. So here I've mentioned the water body here. So we're going to select the color to blue. So here you can able to observe the spectral profile of the water body. Here you can able to see. Let me show you the example. So from this figure you can able to see the spectral profile of the vegetation, the soil, and the water. So water has a peak over this particular wavelength. So the peak starts at the band 2 here, so which has a wavelength of around 490 nanometers. So from this example here, so the green the water body has a high peak over this particular wavelength starting from 0.4 to 0.7. So especially at 0.6 it has a high peak here. So you can able to observe that which falls clearly in the green band, and the peak starts at blue band, and higher peak is observed in the green band, and lower peak in the red band. Similarly, you can able to see here the higher peak has been observed in the B3 band, and comparatively the lower peak is observed in the other set of bands here. Similarly, I'm going to place a point over another water body in the study region here. So for example, let me select this particular area here. So I'm going to place a point over here, and this is water body 2. You can able to see the similar profile here. Let me change the color, and I'm going to select to a pink color here. So let me select let me select in yellow. So select it to a dark color. I'm going to enter as water body 2. So here you can able to observe almost this two water body has a similar spectral profile here. The both has a peak at band 3, which is green band, and this is how I can create a spectral signature graphs in ArcGIS Pro. So this is how I can create your spectral signature graph, and also I can turn off this particular spectral signature by clicking on this this option here. And for example, I'm going to turn off build up 1 here. Similarly, so once you created a spectral profile graph, suppose if you want to export this particular graph to your suitable folder location, so for that we're going to navigate to this option called export, and in that I'm going to click this option called export as a graphic. Now select your suitable folder location where you could like to save this spectral profile graph. So we're going to select as a JPEG. So we're going to select as JPEG here, and you can select a suitable width and height. So I'm going to leave it as the default. So I'm going to mention this graph. So I have mentioned as the spectral graph 1. So I'm going to save this. So it's going to save this particular spectral profile. And now let us visualize the exported spectral profile graph here. So I'm going to navigate to my folder location. So I've navigated to my folder location. I'm going to open this spectral graph here. So you can able to see we have managed to export our spectral profile graph to our suitable folder location. So you can able to see the different features: vegetation, build up, water body. So let me close this. So in this video I have shown you how to create a spectral signature graph in ArcGIS Pro, and shown you how to export this spectral profile graph to your suitable folder location. So thanks for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel and give us a like.